Hi, this is a video on the lead details page. So whenever you see a name, it'll be a hyperlink to its lead details. So clicking on it, says lead details here, you'll notice how it's broken out. Primary details, secondary details. In this section are the custom fields that can be created, going to the tools and settings section and creating custom fields. Down here are more questions pertaining to the web forms on your website if you made them to show on the page itself. In this section here are your contacts. So when you want to add a contact, you click here. If it's an attorney, you can associate attorney to this client here, maybe who did the home inspection or was the attorney for the escrow. And so later in the future, you can find out everybody who was part of the process. So you just hover over this and you can see their name and information. This is the Documents tab where you can manage documents like appraisals and other documents that pertain to, let's say, John Doe. And Properties. This is where you can save a property value so that any property that meets this profile, the system will automatically send out an email in your behalf automatically. In this section, so these are the top three sections here. Down in this section is conversation log, where you can click on add, and you can have some type of preset notes if you like and hit add, or you can type in here met at store, etc., and click on save, which will then in turn create a timestamp. The client report, where you can go ahead and update your client on what's going on with the appraisal or the property. Call logs. If you are with Twilio, okay, and connected with Twilio, this will be the call log and shows how many phone calls were made, let's say to John Doe. Activities are activities that are created by clicking on Add Activity here, as well as on the home page. These activities actually synchronize with your Google Calendar. Should you finish an activity, you could click on any time a green arrow set as done, and it will disappear. However, all activities are shared and stored. If you click on the calendar and click on activity history, you can see all the activities that were ever done in your account. Going back to John Doe's lead here, a to-do is an action step based on a marketing campaign. So you could create a to-do step, click on add to-do and create a small little action, or you could do an activity. They're very similar, except activity is date and time stamped, where to-do is just date stamped. Emails. This is where you can compose an email. Click here, and if you have any templates, just select a video template or a template, and it will auto-populate in this area. It will associate to the name, and then hit send on the bottom right there. Okay, so you could have different templates made for your company right there. Continuing on, here are the campaigns. So these are the campaigns that your client can be on. So you can select, I want to put them on a monthly campaign and hit add a campaign, or a newsletter. So you can select which newsletter you would like your client to be on and put them on the weekly campaign or whatever and hit add to campaign. This way the clients will receive updates and you can tell whether or not they've been opened or not right here. And also MailChimp. If you have a MailChimp account, I would recommend it. Go to MailChimp.com, open an account, and install your API key. If you have any questions, go to support and we'll help you there. Enter your API key and you can send leads to lists within MailChimp. So you can send out materials through MailChimp should you wish. Now, with that said, you would also make sure that you're on your home tab. If you're going to be sending out leads, you would make sure that you are active, in this case, active outbound, and you will be using your Mailgun settings. But in the meantime, going back to the Leads tab and clicking on the client itself, we've talked about this section, and these are the custom fields. This is where you would go ahead and select type of lead it is, the loan source, like where it came from, the time frame in which maybe they're looking to buy, as well as whether or not it's a listing or a client. So this is a great place right here to tag your information so that you could kick off marketing campaigns based on the type and status. If you would like to go to the next lead after that, click on Next, and it'll just walk you through all the leads, and click on Next to go to the continuous next lead. In this section over here, it says Add New Lead. So when you're on the lead, you can add a new lead. You can add an activity to this lead right here, okay, as well as you can add Post for sharing. And if you want to share this lead, you can click Post for sharing. If you had any type of saved profile here, you can post it for sharing and share this lead with someone out of your company. If you want to share this, select it, select a pod or some team, broker username and password, or just not password, just a broker username, and you can share leads out of the organization to another company in another city or another state, and maybe you could work out a broker-to-broker agreement. So once again, this is the overview. Primary, secondary, print PDF, edit the personal information. You can see the last modified, so if you click on last modified, it'll show you what was modified. If you view the modified entries, you can kind of see what was done during that change. So you can kind of see what's going on your leads by selecting and verifying the last modified. Okay, so please remember to watch videos. If you want to know more about adding new lead, click on Add New Lead and watch the video pertaining to Add New Lead on how just to simply fill this out. Thank you very much and make a great day. Bye-bye.